Hello friends and welcome to my YouTube channel Simply Stocks, and today I'm going to talk about Kingfa Science, whether this can become a multi-bagger or not and what needs to be done. So let's get started. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation and people taking any position into any share that I talk about should do that with their own due diligence and research, and I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. Before I talk about King First Science, as a small request that kindly support me on Patreon. Once you do that, it will help me grow the channel, help you also ask me questions on. It will also help you ask me questions in detail. Starts from $2 a month, goes up to $10 a month, where you can view my portfolio, watch list, and ask small queries. That is one per day. For detailed market or company talk, you can contact me on directly on an email. You have also access to a number of podcasts that I put up on Patreon, 2 to 3 podcasts a week that I regularly put on markets and stocks. Now about the company. Established in 1993, Kingfisher produces various types of polypropylene products, finds application in automobile industry, and they serve a number of clients, and most of the automobile clients are linked with the company. They also produce thermoplastics, elastomers, fiber reinforced composites, and all engineering plastics. So they're more of a plastic products manufacturers that provide high-end plastic materials and products to automotive industry and automobile industry. Market cap is merely 600 crores for the company. If you look at the numbers, nothing great, again similar to all the companies that we saw because of the complete you can say shutting down of businesses. Sales down around 75%. From a profit of 10 crores, company is down to around a loss of 1 crore. It is a completely debt free company, and that is a big positive for the stock. High promoter and institutional holding is there. But return ratios are nothing great. So return on equity of 7.2% and operating profit margin of 4%, that doesn't augur well, because if you look at even companies in the electronic manufacturing domain, even companies in other ancillaries that I talk about, in other consumer ancillary businesses, they have a good net profit margin. Operating profit margin is even better, but the net profit margin is around 3%. So when you consider that a company which is into automobiles and auto ancillary, the margins should be closer to or greater than double digit consistently, for me to really like the company, and this is a big drawback for the firm. If you look at the stock performance, stock has underperformed over the last 2 years. So what has happened is from 2014 to 18, it has been a big outperformer and went up a lot and was a multi-bagger. But later on, going forward from 2018 January onwards, the stock has really flattered to deceive and has not done enough for me to believe that even on the technical charts it could do well. The company as per se has performed fine but not extraordinarily, and that is why the stock did not perform that well, because there were other ancillary plays that people could look at. There are other stocks in other business domains that people can look at and fathom. So consistent underperformer over the last 2.5 years. It fell around 50% in that March fall, and currently it is trading expensive at 46 47 times earnings. Yes, I agree that the earnings would get better going forward. At least in the next 1.5 years, earnings would be much better, but yet to trade at 46 times earnings of a depleted earnings, that is not very cheap, because if you consider the largest automobile ancillary company, that is Motherson Sumi, it is trading at 20 to 25 times, even now after whatever numbers that have come up. So in that regard, this is highly expensive in my assessment. Company need to gain better market share and need to be more aligned with what the global market peers are doing, and so that they get more market share in the coming quarters. Numbers have not been special, as I have mentioned, and it needs to be much better. Competition has increased over time. So what has happened is, over the last 2.5 years, the competition from other East Asian countries have been pretty severe. So likes of Vietnam and other Southeast Asian nations have also kicked in into this automobile industry. So in that sense, the companies which are strong, the companies which have strong balance sheet, have a idea of raising, either raising cash or have cash on books, would do much better than smaller ancillary companies. So I have always believed it that to be with companies which are original manufacturers. So if you want to look at automobile ancillary, then look at automobile companies. That is much better, rather than looking ancillary company. And if you are looking at ancillary companies, then just buy the best in them, and do not look beyond it. If you look at the technicals of the stock, then strong support is around the 350, 370 region. It is currently trading around those levels. 350 should sustain. If it doesn't, then we have a chance that the stock would go to 310 or so. Short-term support is around 470. If that gets broken, I think 380, 400 is possible on the stock. The 200 DMA is around 511. Yes, the stock looks like could be breaking out, but at the same time, any kind of, you can say, selling could lead to massive selling after that, because it would be a reversal from the 200 DMA. And the way the markets are setting up, it looks like, and I have a gut feeling that we could be looking at a situation where the stock could be headed much lower from here rather than upwards. So what needs to be done? In my opinion, one needs to, I would say I would avoid the stock. If you have it, then you hold it. Have a good 5+ years time frame, and better be in consumer centric stock rather than these ancillary stocks. Avoid small caps. Look at large cap and mid cap consumer stocks. That would be better. So this was my video on King for Science. Please like and subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon so that you can get my videos straight away when I post it.